Hi there guys, Nevet1212 here again, and yes, this is another two-interviewer interview. This time the interviewers are KingGilder and reecedragon. Just like last time, I'm going to do all the interview questions from one and then the next. And as always, there's going to be links in the description, so check the description out. The first part of this interview will be devoted to KingGilder. His first question is, do you think you'll make another abridged after Wind Waker, like Phantom Hourglass? Well, I definitely hope to make another abridged after Wind Waker. Whether or not it's Phantom Hourglass is still undecided. The only way I could really record DS gameplay well would be with an emulator, and no DS emulators are really good, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. I could do an anime or something like that, but like I said before, it's undecided. Second question. Do you use any specific movie maker program, like Sony Vegas Pro 8? No. I use a program called Movie Maker, Windows Movie Maker. This program comes installed in every PC, or at least that's what I think, and it's just called Movie Maker. If I had Sony Vegas Pro 8, I could probably do much better video effects. But I don't, so I can't. Third question. Do you think you are as funny or funnier than Adam with Slapdog? Obviously, I don't think I'm as funny as Adam with Slapdog. And the main reason is because I think he's so damn funny, no one can even compare to him. But another reason is, no one really thinks their own brand of humor is that funny. Or at least most comedians don't. When you see a really good comedian, he doesn't usually laugh at his own jokes. And whether that's his sense of humor, or he just really likes the joke and he doesn't laugh at it. I'm not sure what that means, but usually you don't laugh at your own material. Like, an artist would never call his painting the best. I would never call my comedy the best, or better than Adam with Slapdog. Question 4. Other than A1JoyJ, are there any other YouTubers helping, or have helped you? No, not really. A1JoyJ is kind of like an exception. I mean, there are other YouTubers that want to help me, and I kind of want their help, but I like to keep my abridged series, within my own realm of comedy, and I don't want other people, bringing in their own brand of comedy into mine. So, in the future, there might be cameos from other YouTubers. That doesn't necessarily mean that they help me out a lot, but it just means that they are in my videos. Whether that is good for them or good for me, it doesn't really matter. And final question from KingGilder. Are you a fan of any other specific Zelda abridged? Other than Adam with Lapdog, obviously. Well, like I said in my last interview, I am a fan of lucidlyconscious's A Link to the Past abridged, which is pretty funny, I'd have to say. Of course, it's only had 3 episodes, and in the beginning, an abridged series is kind of uncertain, but I think he'll do really well because he is really funny, or at least I think he is. You decide. Link in the description. Thus ends the KingGilder section of this interview. For reecedragon, please flip to side B.
It ain't no time for sleeping, baby. Soon it's round your street, I'm creeping. Better be ready. We gotta tear it up, stir it up, raise it up, baby. We gotta tear it up, shake it up, make it up as you go.
The following questions are from reecedragon. Question 1. Out of all the Zelda games, which one do you find the hardest? Well, that's obvious. For me, the hardest Zelda game would have to be Zelda 2. Mostly because the enemies are very hard, and the gameplay is much different than any other Zelda game, which makes it extra hard. But it is very, 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 very hard. I mean, it really is. You have to devote a lot of time to get good at it. And even then, it's still hard. But it's still a great game. And for anyone who hasn't played it, try to get a hold of it. It's on the Virtual Console. It's very fun. Question 2. If you could make an item to put in a Zelda game, what would it be? Man, this question is really good, and I haven't put much thought into items that I'd like to see in Zelda, but now that I think about it, I think a cool item to be in a Zelda game would actually be his disguise, so that Link could travel incognito. Not that he ever would need to, but still, I think that would be kind of a cool item to put on. Kind of like a mask, but different. Next question. Do you think Nintendo should give the main character, Link, a different name? And, to be honest, I don't think any other name would suit Link better than Link. I think giving Link a different name would just make everyone unhappy. From one, I wouldn't like it, and I think other fans wouldn't like it either. So, no. The Nintendo should keep Link, and that's how it should always be. Question 4. Do you think Nintendo should put more items in Zelda? Well, I think it would be cool if there were more items in Zelda, but not like an overwhelming amount of items. Maybe some new items, I'm not sure, I don't know, anything would be cool to add to Zelda, but still. The amount of items they have right now is good, and I'm happy with it, but it wouldn't hurt if they added more items. Question 5. If Nintendo asked you to help them make a Zelda game, what would you put in the game? Well, first off, if Nintendo asked me to help them make a Zelda game, I'd shit my pants. But I would probably put in the game a protagonist other than Ganondorf. And not like someone like Vaati, but kind of like a predecessor to Ganondorf. Maybe like a young mentor. A character that Link is more equal to, but is somehow stronger. That way that Link will obviously overcome him and eventually fight Ganondorf. But a character that maybe he thinks good and actually turns out to be evil. I think that a character like this would actually bring a lot to Zelda. And not only that, but in this type of game, Link might have to wear a disguise because maybe Ganon's minions are everywhere and he can't go anywhere without either being seen or being attacked. And I think this would add a new element to Zelda. Not that this would ever be made, but still. Don't you think that'd be kind of cool? I do. And now, reecedragon's final question. How did you get a hold of every Zelda game? Well, that's simple. First off, the first Zelda game I ever played was Ocarina of Time on the N64. And then I played the original Zelda on the NES. And then A Link to the Past, and the Game Boy version, Link's Awakening. And eventually I got Majora's Mask and the Oracle games. Now, all these games, in themselves, obviously no other Zelda games were around, but I got these games all, and I still have most of them. I don't have the original Ocarina of Time. I just have it on the Collector's Edition, which is really cool, and also on that disc there is NES Zelda, the first one, and The Adventures of Link, and Majora's Mask. So that's 4 of them right there. I have a cartridge game of A Link to the Past still. My brother bought that at a Funko-Land a while ago. If you don't know what a Funko-Land is, I'm not telling you. And as per Wind Waker, Phantom Hourglass, and Twilight Princess, obviously I still have those on the Wii, and the N64 and the DS. And any games that I forgot, I still have them. And I play them. Well, not regularly, but whenever I'm bored, I might pick up a game, Recently I beat Link's Awakening 100%, which was pretty cool. But still, that's how I got. It's not that uncommon to hear people collecting video games. And it wasn't just me. My older brother collects video games. Not the one on YouTube. I have another one. Well, there is my second 2-part interview. And as I said before, please, people, I cannot accept any more interviews. This is the second to last video I'm going to make, and the next one is also going to be a 2-part interview, which I already have both parts. So please don't ask if you can interview me, because I really can't. Thank you for all the interviews. It really shows that you care about how I think, or at least you're curious about what I like about Zelda, and maybe you want to know why I'm doing the series. And to be honest, Do I have to say more? I think I've already answered all the questions. But if you really do not know something and you want to, I will answer a comment a personal message through YouTube. So don't be shy. And see you next time.